In a snowy industrial yard, a team uses a crane to position a large structural beam onto a truck. During the maneuver, the lifting slings suddenly detach, and the beam experiences an uncontrolled descent onto the vehicle's flatbed. Rigorous pre-lift inspection of all rigging components, including slings and attachment points, is essential. Establishing and respecting a clear drop zone, free of all personnel, is a fundamental rule for any overhead lifting operation. In an alleyway, one individual works on a forklift while others are nearby. An attempt to use manual force as a counterweight causes the forklift to become unstable and tip forward unexpectedly. Heavy machinery should never be subjected to forces or uses outside of its design specifications. Proper training ensures operators understand the principles of vehicle stability and load balance. A worker tends to materials at the end of an automated production line in a factory. Without warning, a mechanical issue causes a large panel to be ejected from the machine at high velocity. This scenario highlights the importance of properly installed machine guarding and safety sensors. Maintaining a safe operational distance and being aware of potential ejection zones are key defensive practices. An operator is feeding materials into a large, powerful industrial press. The operator's hands enter the point of operation as the machine begins its cycle, requiring a rapid reaction to move clear. When working with industrial presses, always use tools to handle materials and keep hands away from moving parts. Two-hand activation controls and light curtains are critical engineering controls that prevent such close calls. At a busy port, a large forklift operates near a pedestrian walking through the active work zone. The forklift operator, maneuvering in reverse, does not see the pedestrian walking directly in the vehicle's blind spot, leading to an unexpected contact. Creating clearly marked and physically separated walkways for pedestrians is crucial in any area with vehicle traffic. For operators, confirming a 360-degree view and using horns and spotters when visibility is limited prevents these situations. A tanker truck is parked in a loading yard while a forklift works nearby. A sudden and powerful release of energy occurs at the rear of the tanker. The handling of volatile substances demands strict safety protocols, including the complete elimination of all potential ignition sources from the surrounding area. A forklift transports a heavy, seemingly unbalanced load while a ground guide walks alongside it. The load shifts, becomes unstable, and tips off the forks in the direction of the guide. Loads must be centered, stable, and secured before transport. Ground personnel must always maintain a safe distance and never walk under or directly beside a suspended or moving load. Inside an auto repair shop, a technician uses a handheld tool to perform work on a large metal drum. The work creates conditions that cause a sudden and forceful pressurization event inside the drum. Never cut, grind, or perform any hot work on sealed containers or barrels. Even if presumed empty, residual vapors can create a highly volatile environment. Such tasks require specialized procedures, including thorough cleaning and ventilation. In a production facility, a worker manages material being fed into a large industrial roller machine. As he guides the material, his arm is drawn toward the machine's in-running nip point, creating a hazardous situation that requires the immediate assistance of his coworker. This demonstrates the critical need for effective machine guarding that creates a physical barrier at all points of operation. Wearing close-fitting clothing and receiving comprehensive, machine-specific safety training are also essential preventive measures. A team of mechanics performs maintenance underneath the raised component of a large vehicle in a workshop. The hydraulic system supporting the heavy component experiences an issue, causing the part to lower unexpectedly. Never work under a heavy load, supported only by hydraulics. Always use properly rated and positioned mechanical locks, jacks, or blocking to physically secure the load before beginning any maintenance. This ensures stability even if a hydraulic failure occurs. In an outdoor scrap yard, a worker begins using a cutting torch on a large, sealed metal tank. Several other people are nearby. The heat from the torch causes a powerful and sustained energetic release from the tank, creating a large fire that engulfs the immediate area and involves the worker. This is a critical safety lesson. Sealed containers must never be cut or welded. They can contain flammable residual vapors that can lead to a catastrophic event when an ignition source is introduced. Proper identification, ventilation, and cleaning of such objects by trained professionals are required before any processing. Workers are on the flatbed of a truck, preparing to receive a large bundle of metal pipes being lifted by a crane. The rigging used to lift the bundle gives way, causing the entire load to have an uncontrolled descent onto the truck bed where the workers are standing. The area directly beneath a suspended load is one of the most hazardous places on a job site. All personnel must remain clear of the drop zone until the load is securely landed and disconnected. A worker stands on a flatbed trailer to unstrap a load of heavy metal frames. As the final strap is released, the unsecured load becomes unstable and one of the frames slides off the side of the trailer. Unloading should be done in a planned sequence that maintains the stability of the remaining items. It's vital to assess how removing one restraint will affect the rest of the load, and to always have a clear exit path. In a storage warehouse, a truck carefully navigates around large stacks of steel coils. A person on foot walks through the same area. The driver, whose view is obstructed by the vehicle's frame and the surrounding materials, is unaware of the pedestrian's presence, and the truck's movement results in contact. Awareness of vehicle blind spots is critical for both drivers and pedestrians. High visibility vests, clear communication protocols, and maintaining eye contact with operators help ensure everyone is seen and safe. At a residential construction site, a crane is used to lift a large sack of material from a truck, while several people are gathered nearby. The lifting sack tears open mid-air, and the contents are released unexpectedly over the people and work area below. All lifting gear, including bulk bags and slings, must be inspected for damage and rated for the weight of the load. Most importantly, an exclusion zone must be enforced directly below any overhead lifting operation, ensuring no one is ever in the potential drop path.